Before we get into the show, this is, episode 69 after all. Romance is in the air. So I do have a bit of a story. Now, I thought about not telling this story because it is pretty embarrassing and makes me look worse than I already do. But, like...
Interesting. I like where this is going.
So, like, I think we've mentioned on the show, like, we're living in Portland, Oregon right now. But none of us are, like, Portland natives, right? Like, AJ grew up in Houston. And we've mentioned on the show before, we're from a small town in Montana. And so, like, I think you moved out probably about, like, 13 years ago. In search.
I left and came back a couple times.
Well, you were like left in search of a better job, And at first you were in Houston, and I like visited you down there, but I was like, I don't want to live in Houston. It kind of sucks down here. Yeah. But then like you moved over here, and I was like, well, I still want a better job than what I can find back home. And so luckily I've done that now. I have a better job. But about 3 weeks ago, I was like, well, I am over in this big city, and it's not my favorite thing living in a big city, but I was like, why not finally take advantage of something in a big city that I could never do back home? And so I signed up on a dating site.
All right. Yeah, you said you might.
Yeah.
So like...
What was the site?
So I went with Bumble.
Okay.
It's one of the more popular ones right now.
Is that one of the gay ones?
It's the one where the girl has to say something first.
Grindr wouldn't take me. So yeah, exactly. So like I was like, well, I'm got social anxiety pretty bad. So yeah, the Bumble's whole gimmick is like the woman makes the first move. So I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. So I set up a profile, and now this is mostly my fault. Although I think Bumble's kind of some of their chintzy things they do to try to get money out of you isn't helping things. But yeah, it's been 3 weeks so far, not a single match. Now, the only thing is like that I don't like. So basically, like they do like the Tinder thing. I never use Tinder, but Tinder does the swipe left if you're not interested, swipe right if you are interested. And so basically, from what I understand, is like if you swipe right on someone and they also swipe right on you, that creates a match.
Yeah.
And then one thing I don't like about Bumble is like apparently after that happens, I don't know if it's after the match happens or after the woman first says something, but you have to respond within 24 hours or it
disappears.
Gone.
Wow.
And they say that's to make sure the guy's serious, but it's really just to make sure you're checking into the app every day. Yeah. So basically, nobody I've swiped right on has swiped right on me. But the thing that complicates thing is like there have been people that have swiped right on me, and it shows me that. But in order to see them, I have to actually pay, which is like $20 a month or whatever. And I'm like, that seems a bit steep just to see people that I've probably already swiped left on or whatever.
Exactly.
But like my thing is like, if I swiped right on somebody...
Swipe right on everybody.
If I swiped right on somebody and they're also not paid members, like, is it even putting my profile in their, thing to, so...
Probably. Since it's geared towards the women's side. I don't know, though.
But again, most of it's, my fault. Just I was probably too honest in my profile because I just put it out there that I'm, like, pretty nerdy and into, like, comic books and things like that. So that probably didn't help my chances. Also, I had to put a picture of myself, which doesn't help.
The thing is, like, I think you have to do, like, a fair amount of optimization on those profiles to get anything.
People, like, really go out of their way. They pick the best, like, lines and everything to put on those profiles.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's definitely some optimization, and like they say, you should have certain pictures. Your picture should look a certain way, like just like a mess of shit.
Well, man, I think I know the message that went out to the women that post on there. Now, I could not believe, like, I swear to God, 98% of the ones that come through there are these women that are like, oh, I love camping and hiking and I just get a boner from nature. And I'm like, come on, where's my nerdy chicks at? Yeah. I was like, it was like so many profiles like that.
That's all bullshit. They all say that.
See, that's what I was wondering. Is this what women think men want?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I love nature, but like I almost never get out in nature.
The thing is like I don't mind every now and again like taking a drive up into the mountains or whatever and taking a walk, but I'm not somebody who is going to want to do that, super duper often.
If women were doing this as much as it seems like they do in these profiles, there'd be like 50,000 women in the woods like all the time,
Yeah, that's the impression I was getting. I mean, it was just
I need to get out in the woods.
But then I was like, even though like there was a lot of attractive women with those kind of profiles, I'm like, well, geez, I'm just going to bore this fucking woman to death because I'm not going to want to do this shit.
Yeah. Or you'll really like suffer trying to do it.
Yeah.
It'd just be like, I'm looking for somebody who's a homebody, never wants to leave the house. Likes to cook.
Watch TV and just hang out,
I will say, like, nothing makes you feel like a monster, though, like doing the whole swipe right, swipe left thing. Because the thing is like, no matter how bad you look, like, you can't help but be attracted to what you're attracted to. So like my Quasimodo fucking looking ass being like, nope, not good enough. Nope. I'm like, and I don't think I'm like super duper shallow or anything, but still like it does make you feel kind of gross.
Yeah, I know that.
So I don't know. Maybe I should cast a wider net and do like OK Cupid and Plenty of Fish and all those other free ones.
Actually, those are like I've gotten more hits on those than other like Bumble and stuff like that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Might have to
I
try.
think more people are just into the free stuff.
Yeah. I didn't want to,
especially like in a populous city. It's probably gonna be a fair amount.
Yeah.
I mean, because back in the day, you tried eHarmony, and like I do kind of like that idea of like taking. Because didn't you say they do like kind of a detailed like questionnaire?
There's a lot of questionnaire and like kind of I think there's more of like matching, and I think Match and eHarmony. I think they both have kind of more of a higher end track record, but you pay for the subscription, but then it's not like a bunch of bullshit in the middle and like a bunch of crazy shit. You just try to message people that you think you might like and see if they message you back. But
on eHarmony, I think it's good if you say you're Christian on there. Like that's something that helps you get more matches, I think.
It could be. Don't they have Christians only?
Christian Mingle.
Christian
Oh,
Mingle.
yeah.
Farmers only.
The other thing is like so like on Bumble, like you can filter your choices, but if you don't pay for their thing, like you can only choose like 2 categories to filter. So I filtered religion to be either atheist or agnostic because I'm not into religion, ladies. And then I don't want kids, so I made sure that
I thought you were going to say no penis.
I would have to pay more for that.
And don't limit yourself.
Love is love. All you need is love.